Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will revise chapter 4, that is mole concept and stoichiometry, है ना. Now part by part we will revise it. First part is gas laws, that is Gay-Lussac's and the Avogadro law. Now what are gas laws? Gas laws are certain rules which are being followed by a gas when it is subjected to either a change in temperature, pressure or volume, है ना. Now the effect of change of any one of the parameters, that is temperature, pressure or volume, affect the other two parameters. In Boyle's and Charles law, two laws are there. First is Boyle's law and second is Charles law. You must have studied it in class 9th, है ना. So here we are keeping one parameter constant and studying the relationship between the other two parameters. Okay, first one is the Boyle's law. Boyle's law says that temperature remaining constant, the volume of the given mass of a dry gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. Okay, suppose we increase the volume, the pressure will decrease, and on increasing the pressure the volume will increase, है ना. Now Charles law studied that pressure remaining constant, the volume of the given mass of a dry gas is directly proportional to its absolute or Kelvin temperature. Here we are taking the temperature in Kelvin, है ना. 10 degree Celsius is equivalent to how much Kelvin? 273 Kelvin. Okay, now volume is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure. Pressure is being constant here. Okay beta. So when we increase the volume, temperature will increase, or you can say on increasing the temperature, volume will increase. Okay, on decreasing the volume, temperature will decrease, and vice versa. Okay, now beta, this is the expression for Boyle's law, that is V is inversely proportional to pressure at constant temperature, and this is the expression for Charles law, that is volume is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure. Combining these two laws we will get gas equation, which you have to use in numericals. Okay, so we can write it as volume is directly proportional to temperature and inversely proportional to pressure. Now in order to remove the proportionality sign, we have to introduce a constant. Okay, so V is equivalent to K T by P. Now keeping K on one side and taking both the parameters, that is temperature and pressure, on the other side, we will get the expression PV upon T is equivalent to K. Okay, now suppose we are changing the parameters, that is temperature, pressure and volume, from initial to final. While a reaction is being taking place, we are changing the parameters from initial to final. Okay, so P1 V1 upon T1 will be equivalent to the initial pressure, volume and temperature, and P2 V2 T2 will be equivalent to final temperature, pressure and volume. Okay, is equivalent to K. So we can write P1 V1 upon T1 is equivalent to P2 V2 upon T2, and this is termed as the gas equation. This is termed as the gas equation. Okay beta. Now you must say in certain numericals that STP conditions are given, है ना, that is standard temperature and pressure conditions. Now what is standard temperature? Standard temperature is 0 degree Celsius or 273 Kelvin, है ना. So you have to use 273 Kelvin when standard temperature conditions are given, then you have to use this value. Okay, now if any value of temperature is given in degree Celsius, then you have to convert it into Kelvin and then use it in the numerical. Okay, in the calculations. Suppose you have given 27 degrees Celsius, then first you have to convert it into degree Kelvin and then use it. Okay, for example 27 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 27 plus 273 Kelvin, that is equivalent to 300 Kelvin something, है ना, 300 Kelvin. Okay beta. Now standard pressure is 760 millimeter Hg or 76 centimeter Hg. Hg is mercury, or 1 atmospheric pressure, that is 1 atm. Okay beta. Now coming to Gay-Lussac's law, it is also termed as law of combining volume of gases, है ना. When gases react together to form any other gas or any other product, they do so in a simple whole number ratio, for example of their volumes, है ना. For example H2, 2 volume of hydrogen combined with 1 volume of oxygen to form 2 volumes of water vapor. Okay, so the ratio is a simple whole number ratio between the volumes of all these three, that is the two reactants and the product. Okay, now beta we will do a numerical based on Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, so see the second one. 2500 cc of oxygen was burnt with 600 cc of ethane. Okay, so you have to calculate the volume of unused oxygen and the volume of carbon dioxide being formed. So first you have to write the reaction. Ethane is burning in oxygen and all the hydrocarbons on burning in oxygen produces carbon dioxide and water. Okay, So you have to remember that all the hydrocarbons, whether saturated or unsaturated, burn in oxygen and produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. Understood? So first we will write the reaction involved. So first write the reaction. C2H6 is ethane. C2H6 and ethane is burning in presence of oxygen. Oxygen support combustion na? And producing what it is producing? As I told you that carbon dioxide and water vapor is produced on burning of all hydrocarbons. Now you have to balance this equation. I have told you how to balance it. You have already studied. So 2C2H6 plus 7O2 will give 4CO2 and 6H2O. Okay. Now what is the volume given in the question? 2500 cc of oxygen. So write here 2500 cc. Okay. Now how much volume of ethane is taken? Ethane is 600 cc. 600 cc of ethane. Now it is given in the question that you have to calculate the volume of unused oxygen. So oxygen must be present in the excess amount, or you can say oxygen is the excess reactant here. है ना? A limiting reactant is the one which will get consumed first during the reaction. Okay. It will decide how much amount of the other reactant will react with it, and the amount of product being formed is decided by the limiting reactant here. Okay. Now it is obvious that oxygen is the excess reactant. How can you figure out which one is the excess and which one is the limiting reactant here? Now the 2 written beside the C2H6 and 7 written behind oxygen are the coefficients. Okay, coefficients. So C2H6 coefficient is 2 and oxygen's coefficient is 7. So in order to get the simplest volume, you have to divide the volume by its coefficient. So C2H6 volume is 600 cc, its coefficient is 2. So dividing 600 by 2, you will get 300 cc, that is 300 centimeter cube or 300 ml volume. है ना? Now 7O2, dividing 2500 by the coefficient of oxygen, that is 7. You will get something 357 cc. Yes, 357 cc. Okay. So 357 cc is the simplest volume for oxygen. Now you can compare these two volumes. So it is obvious that the ethane is the limiting reactant here. Okay, it is present in less amount. Ethane is the limiting reactant, so it will decide how much oxygen will combine with it, and it will decide the amount of carbon dioxide being formed during the reaction. Okay, so you can calculate the volume of oxygen that will react with ethane. So write C2H6 on one side and write oxygen on the other side. Now write the coefficients of both these. C2H6 is 2 and oxygen is 7. Okay, now C2H6 being the limiting reactant will decide the amount of O2 that will react with it. So write the volume of C2H6, that is 600 ml. You can write cc here also or centimeter cube. All these are same. Okay, now oxygen. Volume of oxygen that will react with 600 ml. You have to calculate that only. So X is equivalent to 600 into 7 upon 2. That will be equivalent to 2100 cc. है ना? 2100 cc. So 2100 cc of oxygen will react with 600 ml of ethane. Now you can calculate the volume of unused oxygen. So volume of unused oxygen is equivalent to total volume of oxygen given, that is 2500 cc, minus the volume of oxygen being consumed or used up in the reaction, that you have calculated as 2100 cc. है ना बेटा? So minus 2100 cc, that will be equivalent to how much? 400 cc. So 400 cc of oxygen will be remained, है ना? Will remain unused. Now what you have to calculate next in the reaction? The volume of carbon dioxide being formed. Now as I have already told you that limiting reactant will decide the amount of other reactant which will react with it, and the amount of product that will be formed. So ethane will decide how much, the volume of ethane will decide how much volume of carbon dioxide will be formed during the reaction. So write here C2H6 is already written, and write CO2 here. Now write the coefficients of both these two. C2H6 coefficient is 2, carbon dioxide's coefficient is 4, volume of C2H6 given in the reaction is 600 ml. Volume of carbon dioxide you have to calculate. Suppose we have assumed it as Y. So After cross multiplying, what you will get? 4 into 600 ml upon 2. Okay. So you can calculate it further now. That will be equivalent to 1200 ml or cc or centimeter cube, either you can write. So the volume of carbon dioxide being formed during the above reaction is 1200 centimeter cube. Now coming to Avogadro's law. What does Avogadro's law state? Under the same conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volume of all gases contain the same number of molecules. Okay. Only volume and the number of molecules will be related irrespective of the nature of gas. Now suppose we have taken 20 liter of Cl2, that is chlorine gas. At STP, it is containing X number of molecules. X number of molecules, okay. Now we have taken the same volume, that is 20 liter of oxygen at STP. It will also contain how much? Same number of molecules, that is X, okay. Now suppose, now you volume and the number of molecules both are directly related to each other. As we increase the volume, the number of molecules will also increase. Okay, suppose we have doubled the volume of chlorine. So we have doubled the volume to 40 liter. 20 liter plus 20 liter is 40 liter. We have doubled the volume of chlorine. So the number of molecules, that is X, will also get doubled. Okay, so 40 liter 2X. Now suppose we have taken half of the molecules of any other gas, suppose ammonia. Now we have taken X by 2 molecules of ammonia, so its volume will also get halved, and that is 20 लीटर पे X molecules थे, तो X by 2 पे बेटा कितना वॉल्यूम हो जाएगा? 10 लीटर. 10 लीटर वॉल्यूम, 20 by 2 is 10. Okay. Now suppose we have taken 15 liter of CH4, that is methane. 15 liter of methane. Now 15 is 3/4 of 20 liter na, and per 20 liter how many molecules are present? X molecules. So 15 liter will contain how much molecules? 3/4 X molecules of ammonia. Okay.